Hello, this is Tom with Kirk Consulting, and I'm going to give a demonstration today on how to convert a supplier to a customer inside of Sage X3. So in X3, a business partner, it can be a customer or a supplier, or they can be both a customer and supplier. So if I go to my Common Data BP section, here's my links to my suppliers and my customers, but at the top of this tree is the BP screen, or the business partner screen. So when I go to the BP screen, I see every business partner in the system, both suppliers and customers. So my left list contains everyone. So I can come down here and I can click on someone and I can see what roles they are actually set up as in X3. So here's a check mark in front of supplier. This 4G lift station company is a supplier, and they're also a customer. The check mark is in front of customer as well. And this product, or this business partner, is only set up as a supplier. There's no check mark in front of customer. So the most efficient way to convert a supplier to a customer is to come into this business partner screen, find my supplier in my left list, and then I click on customer in the right panel, and this takes me into my customer screen. So since this business partner is not a customer, it just brings up a random customer or the last customer I was looking at. What I have to do is click on new. Now I have to assign a customer category to this new customer, but then as I tab through, everything is filled in for me. I brought in the BP number for that supplier number, brings in the name, it brings in the address, everything else is filled out. Now all my customer fields are filled in from my customer category. That's why X3 makes me choose this customer category first, so it fills in all my defaults for all my invoicing rules, all my management rules, all my financial defaults. So I have to choose the right category, and then everything should be set up correctly. All my payment terms and accounting codes should be set up correctly for this category. And then all I have to do is click on create, say OK. I close this, and now if I go back, close my customer screen, I go back to my business partner screen, and now I see that the customer check mark is turned on. This business partner is now both a supplier and customer. So that is the quickest way to convert a supplier to a customer, and that's all that needs to be done. Go to business partner, click on customer, create a new customer, change the customer category, create it, and you're done. Now there's a couple more details I'm going to go into, so let's do that next. So as I mentioned before, when I'm in this business partner screen, I see every business partner, all my customers, all my suppliers. Now I may want to work on a small selection of suppliers that need to be converted to customers. So I can come over here to my advanced selection, and this brings up my data dictionary, all the fields that are involved that create a business partner. So I can click on my magnifying glass, and I see all the tables involved, customers, partners, but what I'm really looking for is I want to filter this on supplier category. So I'm just going to type in CAT in my field description, and I can see that I have three different categories: a business partner category, customer category, and supplier category. Well, in this situation, I'm working on converting suppliers to customers, so I want to use the supplier category field. And then when I pop up the magnifying glass here, I'll see all my supplier categories. So here's all my supplier categories. I can choose any one I want. So if I was converting intercompany suppliers, I might choose intercompany category. I'm just going to use this test category as an example. So I click on this, I say OK, and now my left list is filtered. I only see suppliers that are in that test category. So now I can click on these. I can see that's set up as a supplier, not a customer. So then I would click on my customer tab, new, assign it a category, everything else is filled in, the name, the customer number, the address. I hit create. Now this message at the end, it just says, hey, the category we used here does not match the BP category. That's fine. They don't have to match. Ideally, if this was like an intercompany customer and supplier, you'd probably want to use kind of a similar category on both the supplier and customer side, so they kind of make sense no matter what role you're looking at, but they don't have to be the same. So just a warning message. I close this. I'm back at my business partner. You can see the customer is now turned on as a customer and supplier. And then I can go to my next one in my left list, and I can do the same conversion. So I keep on working through my left list until all my suppliers are converted to customers. So that's one topic. The other thing I want to mention is when you create these customers, you might have to change some of the defaults. So let's go back. So now in this situation, if I click on this business partner and I click on customer, it brings up that customer record for that BP. It's already filled in. Now ideally you'd go in the customer category and fill in all your defaults, but if all the defaults were not set up correctly in the customer category, you'd have to go through and change some of this information. You might have to change your payment terms, your accounting code, things like that. But ideally, if you can convert a bunch of suppliers to customers, you probably would create a corresponding category that matches the supplier category. Make sure you set all the defaults in for payment terms, accounting codes, etc., and then use that category as you're creating these customers so all these fields are filled in correctly. So that is a quick overview of how to convert suppliers into customers. Thanks for listening.